Well, hello, everybody.
Hi. Happy Cinco
Cinco
De
De
Mayo.
Mayo. We are the Runny Drink Podcast.
At runnydrink.net.
She's your host, Amy.
I am joined by my co-host, Dana.
And we are here celebrating, hopefully with a bunch of you as y'all start to drop into the live feed. We want to hang out for a while, tune out the world, have some delicious, appropriately festive food items, and we're playing a little bit with hot sauces tonight.
Rhonda
Hey,
Lee.
Rhonda.
How are you?
Glad you could come over here and join us on this chat as well.
Can you hear us okay?
Yeah, let us know how the audio is. And Katie.
Over on YouTube, how's the sound over there? We're checking for Facebook and YouTube. Make sure we're all right.
Yeah, let us know. Please.
Happy Cinco de Mayo. As you can tell, I'm a little bit tense for what awaits me.
She's a little nervous.
I can't. And you're gonna like the whole entire time this last the Instagram chat. He's like pouring it on super a lot on the chip. And I'm just gonna tell you that when we get to that super hot sauce, that you're not gonna coat a chip in it.
We'll see how it goes. We'll see what's up. I wouldn't ask you to do anything I'm not willing to do. And we don't do it for us. We do it for you guys. Hey, Sebastian.
Hi,
welcome.
Sebastian. Hey, thank you for the comment on the show. We're so glad that it's inspirational and that you're listening to that episode that dropped in the feed and appears to be in the feed and working for everybody everywhere. So
yeah, we were having an issue a couple of weeks ago with Apple Podcasts. Things were changing on the back end on Apple's side of things. It appears to be worked out for us.
We're hoping for the best.
So yes, Josh. Hey,
my eyes are
this
not
is
watering.
The Gallo way.
Yes, it is.
It is.
I love it.
Rob Nadeau is in the chat.
It's my eyes are not watering yet. I will tell you at the tail end of the Instagram chat, though, I was kind of coughing and your eyebrows were sweating.
Well, yeah, one of our sauces, you actually brought it in here. We're not going to have that one in the rotation, although we may just have it for fun. This is
for fun.
For fun.
He's going to torment me, and then he wants me to have this on top of the super hot sauce he's going to give me that I've never tried, that he'll only use a dab of. Okay.
I'm going to have as much as you do. Whatever happens tonight.
Whatever happens tonight. This is backwards. This was our favorite from the last one.
I think so, actually. I really liked it.
Yeah. And yeah. Piri Piri is apparently how you pronounce it. I didn't know. I was calling it Peri Peri. Kind of like Tree Wishes. I was calling it Forever Try Wishes, that beer at Raglan Road. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know if he's listening to me.
I'm sharing. Pardon me.
Okay. No. It's you go ahead and
talk
share.
Amongst yourselves. I'll give you a topic to discuss.
Hopefully by the time you get to the super hot one, you'll be numb from the others. Let's hope, Rhonda Lee. I love your optimism. Thank you for sharing that.
And look at what Sebastian just dropped into the chat. That is so cool.
I was able to run 0.6 of a mile today without stopping. Oh, good. Yay.
Good for you, man. That is amazing.
I can't do it.
Well, again, you're coming back. I told everybody yesterday, you're way harder on yourself than you should be with the running.
I know.
She's got to give herself the time.
But Sebastian, you rock. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Yes. So applause to you. And applause to everybody who is submitting still to the Jeff Galloway virtual Get Well card. We have several of you here in the chat tonight who have submitted, sent photos, sent written text, and we have posted all of that on runnydrink.net/Jeff.
Yes.
And we have had Amanda Napolitano from the Donna Foundation send a message from the entirety of the Donna Foundation, that the Donna Marathon weekend that we love to do, that he helped found. We also had the world record holder for double amputees in the marathon distance, Marco Cicchetto, the mayor of running, Bart Yasso, We had Catherine Switzer, the first woman to finish the Boston Marathon as an official registrant in 1967. We had we posted some of our favorite moments with Jeff and a little thank you from when we got to have lunch with him at Wine and Dine.
Absolutely.
Most recently, and I posted in the social media feed, we had the editor-in-chief of Runner's World for many, 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 many years, and a good friend of Jeff's, Amby Burfoot.
Yeah. What a great guy.
So, and we've never had him on the show, and I was like, I'll give it a shot. This life events recently just make you kind of reach out and try
Absolutely
things that you didn't expect yourself to try. Yeah. That's all I'm going to say.
You've done great.
So, but if I didn't do that, then we wouldn't have the amazing interview from Catherine Switzer in the feed this week.
That's it. Because the worst thing that somebody can say is no.
Yeah.
And they didn't. So awesome.
Yeah. Well, did you finish sharing?
I did. Good. And now we're going to say yes. We're going to say yes to another commercially available beer. We talked about this in the Instagram chat.
At least we're starting with beer.
And that is this wonderful offering from Dos Equis. This is their lime and salt version.
I'm curious about this.
Of their Lager Especial.
Do you want me to read some about it?
Oh, that'd be great if you could. And Rhonda's cheering Sebastian on. Absolutely. I think that's amazing. And Josh is saying that he went back to that California raisin hot sauce.
Ooh.
I am really curious about that one. I don't know why. Sometimes odd flavor combinations really appeal to me, and that screams creativity to me.
Okay. So this one is 4.2% ABV and 10 IBU, the International Bitterness Units. The alcohol content 4.2%. Alcohol by volume, and thank you for pouring. Lager Especial. Stay thirsty, my friends. Oh, is that different?
No, that's correct.
Okay. Sorry. I don't have lime and salt. I need lime and salt also for this. Epic fail.
I think you're going to get some lime and salt in this beer.
Dos Equis Lager has long been consumed with lime and salt. That's why we're bringing the ritual of adding lime and salt into a can so you don't have to. Low bitterness, crisp, low medium body. Lime and salt are present but not overpowering. 4.2% ABV make this a light and smooth drink.
Yeah, this is very characteristic of Mexican lagers, which tend to be very light in body, very sessionable, so low ABV, and you end up getting something that's very refreshing in warm weather. They're great pool beers. They're great, lawnmower beer.
And we just found it at the grocery store. I don't know if it's available at like a Total Wine, like a package store like that, but we found it at the grocery store. Should be. At the grocery store.
Yeah, Dos Equis is pretty well distributed across the globe. I think this is one that people ought to be able to find, hopefully.
Yeah.
And and this one specifically says it on the can, lime and salt.
Oh, I get the lime. And did you smell this?
Oh, I did.
Oh, this does life. Speaking of.
And Katie's got her lime and salt ready.
Yes, let's toast.
Cheers.
We have several things to toast that I already started to talk about as you shared the live stream to several groups. Ooh.
Give me your thoughts.
Lime and salt are forward.
Very much so.
Katie, what are your thoughts too?
And Rhonda's going to look for it tomorrow. I hope you can find it up there.
You can find it, yeah.
In the Great White North. That would be really, really good. I think you'd enjoy it.
Really reminiscent of the Mexican cream meal from Coastal Days that they released this week.
Very much so.
Very reminiscent. That. Just missing a shot of tequila, a salt rim, and a lime. Anyway. We toast all of you and your accomplishments. Last week, we celebrated Katie for 15 years at Publix.
Yes.
And this week, we celebrate Josh made it on to Just a Podcast in Paradise.
Mm-hmm.
And we made it on This Does Life for the first annual Foodie Awards.
We did.
And it dropped today.
It dropped today.
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
I'm so excited. And last Sunday we were on the Disney Bunch with Mouse Ears and Magic, James J. Williams. So we are so humbled and honored that you all would have us on your shows, and we're so excited for everybody that has had an accomplishment. We shouted out JoJo on the show for placing third in her age group at a local 5K. Sebastian running that over half, what's 6/10 of a mile?
6/10 of a mile.
6/10 of a mile. That's awesome. And just
whatever you can think of. And guys, if you've got something to shout out and
Jennifer
something to
Hall.
celebrate, let us know.
Fun Size Jen. We had Teacher Appreciation Day yesterday.
We did.
So Jen, running through Wonderland, Jen, who I believe is just hard at work on some classwork, and she can't break away. And Main Street Miles Meg, who's a patron of ours, Megan Brower. She is a teacher, and I know that all of you know several teachers. We just want to shout them out. My first and most important teachers would be my parents, my father, who still teaches math at the college level.
He is still a professor.
My mother, who taught English and became a guidance counselor, is now retired. And my sister, who taught math, she got all the math genes. And
you did over a decade in the classroom yourself.
She got the math genes. Now she's a school principal, and just education is a hard job, and they're some of the best people we've met in the running community, and we just applaud you for your hard work.
Absolutely.
And I see that Mark Valentine's wife is a teacher also. So
yes.
And James J. Williams' wife is studying to become an educator, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody else's wife, I think Wendell. Maybe. And if I'm remembering right, I hope I'm remembering right. So Rob Nadeau is ready to go with his 38-cent burrito and Tabasco.
Let me tell you,
Tabasco is good.
Tabasco almost made it onto the table tonight. We've got a couple of Tabasco sauces in our pantry that we go to, and they actually released one. At least, I don't know if it's a nationwide or a global release, but they did one that's got a garlic in the Tabasco. It's fantastic.
You have it
in
the cabinet right now.
I'm a real fan of that one. I love the addition of garlic.
Yeah. Oh, Coach DeFranco is in the chat, also a coach and a teacher. So thank you for that.
So you guys doing that are just amazing.
It's
Shout
like
out
Wendell
to you guys.
making the coffee, doing the Lord's work. Same thing.
Yes, absolutely.
In a completely different, there's a lot of work to be done.
Josh is ahead of us on the hot sauce game, so we're gonna have to play catch up.
All right,
a
let's
little
go.
bit here.
All right, I'm really afraid, and I've been trying to delay him. Have you seen that?
Like we said, guys, we're gonna do these sauces that you have here, and then we have a little something special back here that's kind of hidden. I'm gonna keep it hidden till the very end, but that one's gonna be for after you put the kids to bed, because we can't promise that some
You're
colorful
gonna have to
language
mute me.
might not come out on that one.
Yeah.
And Katie's
with the beer.
trying the beer. Katie actually tracked down the beer.
Yeah.
So she says it tastes a little bit like a seltzer. I think that's true.
Yeah, it does. It's very light, and the lime and salt, and just I think on a really hot day, kind of like we're getting a lot lately here in Florida.
Ding ding. Yeah. Well, our one of our local meteorologists, they posted a little meme today and said that Florida has done participating in spring. We're done.
No winter, no spring. Hi, baby.
The dog's trying to get in Amy's lap when she rings the bell. He thinks it's something going on.
It's okay.
We've learned we got a new refrigerator a couple of weeks. We told you guys about that.
Like the bell.
And our refrigerator, if you leave the door open too long, it beeps at you or dings at you, and he's freaked out by it. It's crazy. Hellfire Devil's Blend is like a smoky lime street taco. That
sounds good.
Everything you've described tonight, Josh, sounds really good. I've got to pick these up.
There are some hot sauces, nothing he's described and nothing we've had, but there are some that are just hot for the sake of being hot, which is what I think this is, and I'm really afraid of it. But there are some that are just hot for the sake of being hot, and there's no added flavor, and I don't like that.
No, I agree. I prefer a good flavor. Yeah,
Mm,
teachers have had a rough year. I mean, it's rough under normal circumstances. Then you add
mhm.
the complications of the last year to it, a year plus. I totally and completely agree.
And I teach in my day job, and I haven't been able to for the last year and a half. So
Oh gosh, let's see. Katie, yep, Katie's also in Florida. It was 87 up
87.
her way, and she's a little north of us, so
So
it was
maybe
a little warmer
like
the further south you
a
go.
degree less humidity, maybe
And
not.
and Matt's saying nothing beats a nice cold beer after a day of work. What's your favorite beer? Matt, I'd say that's a seasonal thing for me.
I would agree.
If we're talking about
Do you all agree that it's seasonal? Let us know.
yeah, if we're talking about mass market or things that are going to be more widely available, I do very much enjoy. The dog's decided he's going to participate in the podcast tonight.
Okay.
No more bell. No more bell.
Okay. Okay.
I'm actually a big fan of in the summertime. I love Sam Adams Summer Ale. I think
I love that. Yes.
that's a really good beer that's
Yes.
very widely available.
But then in the fall, I'm more like Oktoberfest.
Yeah, Oktoberfest, those types of things. Favorite styles. Amy's been on a Pilsner kick for about a year and a half.
Oh yeah.
And something light, crisp, and refreshing. It's kind of hard to beat that, and as the heat gets turned up here. Yeah, the doggo alert. Yeah, the bell has him a little spooked, so we're not doing the bell.
It's okay. No more bell.
All right, so let's get into some
No
of the
more
sauce.
bell. No
Just
more
so
bell.
You guys know we are doing. We have our vegan chips, of course. Which I mean, all corn chips are vegan unless they're cooked in animal fat, and we made homemade guacamole. This is the exact same guac that we featured in one of our episodes. Amy, I believe, said it was Quick Bite number 7.
Yeah, it was OG. Oh, I'm crunching and I shouldn't be on the mic.
We're going to apologize in advance. There's going to be some crunching.
I hope that I'm not too loud when I crunch.
We'll try to be mindful of that.
I know, Rondely. He's like he doesn't
right on it.
He doesn't like fireworks or bells or anything like that. You told the story about the new refrigerator, didn't you?
I did. The refrigerator has him all kinds of messed up. Josh said that Atlanta, Georgia peach is so good. Now that sounds amazing. I love Amy does a pulled pork with a peach barbecue sauce.
Bourbon.
Peach and bourbon barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
And it's a slow cooker dish.
Yeah.
It is so good. I love peach flavored or peach based sauces.
Sorry about the crunch.
Yeah, Jennifer Hall, flavor over heat. You are not wrong at all.
Yeah. Sam Adams has a good Oktoberfest too. Like you're talking about the seasonality of beer. What is it, Coach DeFranco, that asked that question?
Yeah, and again, we're not like beer snobs that will look down our nose at like a mass market beer. I mean, I know some people are like, that's not really craft beer. Or like, it's for a lot of people that's going to be one of their first entrees into craft beer. So, I say give their summer ale a shot. If you're looking for something for the summer. And Rhonda's saying pumpkin spice beer is perfect in the fall.
That's true. We've had some good stuff.
Southern Tier's Pumpkin is probably my favorite of the pumpkin beers.
Yeah.
And some pumpkin beers, they go really, there's a wide spectrum of those that go from really tasty like pumpkin pie to tasting a bit more like the actual raw pumpkin meat.
Yeah.
Just depends on which ones you find.
Flash, yeah.
All right, you might have to get the dog down because I don't think you're going to be able to juggle all of it.
Okay.
What's out there? Okay, if we can get them to voluntarily leave, it makes things much easier.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay.
Go lay down. This is the perils of podcasting in your home office.
Here you go.
And he is a big baby, but he is a mama's boy through and through. Although the one you normally hear on the recordings almost always, including right now, is Danny. And she's a piece of work. Spoiled, both of them are. Poor puppy. And truthfully, they'd sit up there, he'd get comfortable, then he'd start trying to steal food. So Josh is going round 2 of Tears of the Sun Caribbean Ghost Pepper.
Ghost pepper.
And he said that's the most balanced one.
It's really scary.
Now, this question from Jennifer is going to be more for you.
What is it?
Good sour apple beer.
Oh.
Original Sin?
Well, that's a cider. Are you hey, Jennifer, do you want a beer or cider? Beer or cider? Let me consult the list. And did you describe to them this first?
I'm about to.
Okay.
Here you go. Start there.
See how he does.
Our first offering is going to be from a pretty common one, and this is called Cholula's Chili Lime. Now, Cholula is a pretty popular table sauce in a lot of restaurants and bars. It's kind of a step up from, like, say, a Crystal hot sauce or Frank's, even in terms of flavor. But this one emphasizes chili and lime flavors, so they say.
Yeah. I would say that's correct. I was moving away for the crunch.
I'm going to try to do the same thing.
But yeah, I would say yes.
What did you think?
I think it's got flavor.
This really like hits you right in the face with the lime.
Mm-hmm.
This is basically like they squirted lime in their regular sauce.
Yeah, and I will tell you that the regular was sold out for Cinco de Mayo when I went to the store to get.
Well, they did have it buy one get one, I think.
Yeah, so I bought one and got one. Happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody!
I'm going for round 2. Or do you want a round 2? There you go. You go for round 2.
Yeah.
So, like I said, we're trying. We know we're on the really good mics right now, so we don't want to like crunch right in your ear. Not very hot at all. This is one that's absolutely flavor over heat. So, Jen, I think this would be Jennifer Hall approved. If you're looking for a table sauce and something to try.
Oh, is that what she asked?
Cholula chili lime.
Mm-hmm.
Give that one a shot. Flavor over heat.
None of these beers were invented. Well, I don't.
No, and you know what? That is perfectly cool. I mean, no.
The only thing we've had in terms of sour apple has been cider, not beer.
Yeah. So, recommendation. What would you?
Not Angry Orchard. Sad to say,
she's not a fan of Angry Orchard.
Woodchuck.
Woodchuck. Yeah, Woodchuck apple cider is very good. I know you like Original Sin Black Widow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not sour apple though, but good nonetheless.
And Katie said she liked that hot sauce or likes that hot sauce. Happy Cinco de Mayo to you, Carlos. I know Carlos is applying for a job currently. Good luck. Good luck on the job hunt. Nicely done. Torchbearer, Honey Badger Killer, Carolina Reaper, Honey Mustard. Man, I'll tell you what, that you're going back through your list of stuff from the Hot Ones shows. You're a beast.
He is tough. He is tough.
You are a beast.
Edmund's Oast, Jennifer. Edmund's Oast has a sour apple, which is a fruited beer.
We've had 1 or 2 of their beers.
And that generally their beer is pretty good. And it's a 6.5%. And keep it cold, but let it get a little flat, and it tastes good that way. Is what some people are saying. Yeah. And then Red's Wicked Sour Apple, which is Red's is also a fruited beer.
Yeah, Red's is widely commercially available. Definitely not what anybody's going to refer to as craft, but again, drink what you like, and whether that's alcoholic or non-alcoholic, there are some great non-alcoholic options for ciders. I love making like mulled cider in the crock pot. We're having a little palate cleanser of the homemade guacamole between sauces.
He made it. It's awesome.
All right, Matt's asking, what's our favorite Mexican in Disney? Well, it's not a full tilt meal, We've talked about it before.
Mm.
A lot of people that will go to La Cava del Tequila and they
Mhm.
will go there for margaritas.
Mhm.
When they are open for
Oh.
table service,
Mm.
sitting down there and getting their chips and guacamole and queso is probably one of my favorite experiences. That
And it's not a full meal, but
and a
it's so
beverage.
good.
It's a
So
really nice. Their queso's phenomenal.
Mhm.
Their guacamole is fresh. It's not
Mm.
the pre-made stuff. It is fantastic and probably one of my favorite appetizer or snack type items there. Our favorite Mexican item, I think, is actually going to go to one of the dishes at either Flower and Garden or Food and Wine.
Which we talked about on the Foodie
Foodie
Awards.
Award.
Um, I miss, gosh, I miss the chilaquiles. I miss the sweet corn cheesecake at the Mexico Pavilion when they do Flower and Garden.
Absolutely.
Those two, oh, so good, so good. But we had amazing Mexican on the show this past weekend locally.
We did.
Um,
We
I
really
think
did.
Jennifer Hall. I think that maybe you should try Red's Wicked Sour Apple.
Okay.
Yeah,
Amy's doing some research here.
that's
See,
what
this is
what
the
I
level
think.
of service you get.
This is what
You
I
ask a
think.
question, we do the research.
She's a patron of our show. We ought to help her out. So
Well, we're going to move on to the next sauce.
I hope that helps. I don't know.
As we go through what's everybody's chiming in, let us know, favorite sauces, what you're eating or drinking right now.
Yeah.
Rob, how is that 38-cent burrito, my friend? I've eaten more than my fair share of those.
I know it. You have.
Um,
Have you told the story about how you gone into a convenience store to see?
Oh, on our last live here, actually, we were
Did
talking
you?
about that. That was a game that me and my coworker used to play. We'd stop at like 2 a.m. at a roadside gas station, and all right, we're gonna spend a few minutes and we're gonna find the item in here that's the highest calories. The winner, at least back in the late 90s, was in fact the pre-wrapped bear claw in like a clear plastic or clear cellophane.
Sounds amazing.
The only way to beat that was to eat an entire jar of mayonnaise.
Cigar City is excellent and the first brewery we ever had on the show, Katie.
The very first. If you go back to episode 1, you'll actually see us in the Cigar City tap room.
Because it was video still. Oh, gosh.
Yeah. Way back.
Way back when, I was so nervous.
Josh is working his way up the Hot Ones list. He's on Da Bomb.
Oh, Lord.
Does that get any better the second time around? I'm curious because I've never heard anybody say anything good about that one. We are working our way up, and again, we're kind of lingering in the habanero world because a couple of the sauces from last time were habanero based. This one is too. This one is made by a company called Red Clay, and they are out of South Carolina. And I'll show you this, guys. This is a habanero hot sauce.
It almost looks like a jam inside that, like until you shake it.
And let me see if I can read this.
Can you?
All right, this is my old eyes getting to me.
No, it's okay.
Oh, no. I got it now. If you know the South's red clay soil, you can't forget it. Same goes for the bottle in your hands. Red clay hot sauces and hot honeys are expertly crafted by an acclaimed Southern chef using only the purest ingredients. Flavor, you have options of mild, medium, hot, or sweet. They have checked hot. This is aromatic habanero is showcased by highlighting the pepper's citrus and sweet floral notes. Bet your last hot sauce wasn't so thoughtful. And they are at redclayhotsauce.com. It's a light peach color almost.
So what are the flavors that we expect? Citrus, floral, peppers.
I'm a huge fan of habanero for the flavor, but it is
because it's a fruity heat.
It's a fruity heat. It's not a linear progression from a jalapeno. It's actually exponentially more hot, but it's something that I really enjoy. So here we go.
Ooh.
Sorry. I feel like that guy that used to sing Chocolate Rain. Chocolate Rain. He'd go off microphone to breathe. If you never saw it, Google Chocolate Rain. It's a great video. This guy, Kazon Day, he has the most deep, like amazing voice that doesn't match his body.
It almost caught in the upper part of my throat, and I almost had a cough.
This is more tart than I expected.
But there's heat, like it's warming in my mouth now.
It's building.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I like this enough to go back in for a round 2.
You're going in for round 2?
I'll do round 2 on this.
You guys.
It doesn't get better from here on out. You might as well enjoy where you're at. You want round 2? There you go. Just saying. We know we know the heat's coming.
It's good. I like it.
Yeah, I'm a fan. Yeah, Katie, we love Cigar City. Matt says he's feeling the sizzle, a little sizzle here. Matt, what's your favorite Mexican in at Disney? I'd be curious. Yeah, habanero hot sauce made specifically for Royal Caribbean Cruise Line. I put it on eggs on top of ramen. Oh, yeah, that actually does sound really good. I like that a lot. Yeah, Amy's stalling. And Josh says, level 9, Eye of the Scorpion is all heat, but still good. Not sweating yet. Okay. And look, you're getting prayers from Coach Matt. Okay, so you like this one?
I do.
I think this would be great on fish.
The
chicken.
front of my tongue is on fire.
The
front of my tongue is on fire.
What I would like to have this on is fish tacos. Yeah, that'd be really good.
Sorry.
Quite all right.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
So we're going a little different here. We're sticking with Red Clay as the company, but we're going with the green salsa, Verde, if you will.
Okay.
And this one is described as, well, I don't see a description. Oh, yep. Yeah, there I go. Zesty, spicy serrano pepper, has a bit of bite, but paired with cilantro, fennel, and onion.
Fennel. Are y'all fans of fennel?
This herbaceous recipe is the star of any fiesta. Let me show you guys this. Okay. I'm very curious. Now, fennel is not something you normally see in a hot sauce, kind of like what Josh was talking about with the one he's having that has raisins in it.
Yeah.
So this is interesting because fennel, the fronds of fennel tend to be very licoricey, and the bulb, which is kind of like an onion, tends to be a milder flavor, but still a little hint of like star anise and licorice. There you go. Round 1 for you.
And licorice is not a flavor that I'm a fan of on its own. Black licorice? No.
Flat out hate licorice. I will be the first to admit it. I don't know that I'm getting a lot of the fennel.
It's not licoricey, I don't think.
Not at all.
So that must be very subtle. Right? I
think so. Josh is combining sauces for his level 10. Yeah, Amy's a great one to play poker with. Not a great one to play poker with.
Well, I mean, on your end, you win because
true.
you know. So
La Cantina de San Angel. Yeah, that's a good one. We like it there too. That's a tough one. I love the festivals at Epcot so much. And Cheryl is in here. Hello, Cheryl.
How are you? Patron of the show, Rhonda Lee, Katie B, Josh. We have several of them here.
We do.
And Jennifer Hall. And
we're having an amuse-bouche right now.
Smart. I think you just like saying that word. You've said it several times tonight.
I do. Makes me feel fancy.
I'm not as fancy. I'm having a palate cleanser.
Yeah. Okay. I think that things are going to taper off here and then ramp way back up. That's how things are going to go here. Yeah. Honestly, thinking, this one is not super hot. The serrano peppers are not too bad.
No.
It's tart. I get a little bit of the fennel. I mean, it's not licoricey. It's almost like a slight aroma after you swallow. I
don't
like
get a
this.
whole lot of it.
What would this go really good on? I would also like this one on fish tacos, truth be told.
Chicken.
And
chicken.
Yeah, you could do chicken. Fried chicken or grilled?
Chicken wings.
Ooh.
Maybe.
Okay.
Fried or what, grilled?
I actually think this would go really good with pair it with a red, like we were talking in the last show.
Oh, mix it.
Do a little bit of red and green. Because if you're in the desert Southwest, you got to do red and green. Or red or green. Every time you walk into a restaurant, they always ask red or green. And when I first was down there for work, I'm like, red or green what? What are you talking about? They're like, sauce. I'm like, oh, okay. But that's literally like everywhere. Even when you go to McDonald's, they're like red or green.
Oh.
They do.
Okay.
It's crazy.
All right. Well,
All right. So we just did a green one. So I'm going to stick with a red one for right now.
Okay.
Okay. So this is another one. This is one that we did, or it's from a company we did in the last chat over on Instagram.
Yeah.
And this is called Wuju, Wuju. And this is a company that does, they tend to emphasize Asian flavors, and they do a base of sweet agave nectar.
Yes.
As their base. So they tend to be leaning more into like the sweet heat, which is, I think, very interesting.
What?
Josh is having so much hot sauce. I'm going to hook him to the front of the truck and have him pull me up Parley's.
And then Cheryl is asking, do you see that Cheryl is asking Parley's in Utah? Like, is that?
Oh, see, we're bringing people together. So let me see. I'm going to read this one here. This is, that's the ingredients. So this says, our original Wuju is a hot sauce reinvented. Wuju's unique agave nectar base tones down the heat so you can truly enjoy the exotic turmeric flavors infused with fruity tropical notes. And this is the extra hot sauce. So I'm a little bit afraid of this one. We'll see how this goes. I'm not sure
that they didn't have like the levels. They had like the two types.
Right. This one just had
the two.
I picked this one because I was thinking Wu-Tang Clan when I saw the label. I'm like, yeah, get that.
Okay. Because the staff at the Run Eat Drink podcast was in the grocery store and might have sent him photographs and said, which ones would you like me to pick up, sir?
Yeah, I have people for that.
I'm his people.
Similar to the last one, this is like a sweet honey mustard almost.
Yeah.
The turmeric comes through, and this is smokier, I think, than the other one.
I would agree with you.
But I really like this.
Less tang, more smoke.
More smoke and more sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like this one a lot. Turmeric's kind of an interesting flavor, Darlene. I don't know, like half the time.
How would you even begin?
Yeah, Darlene's chiming in here about turmeric. Here, hold on. I'm working my way through here.
Yeah. Give me a chance to like recoup my.
All right. This sounds awful, Josh. So for level 10, I'm going with a combo of Tears of the Sun, Honey Badger Killer, Da Bomb, and Eye of the Scorpion. You're just going to spontaneously combust. And Darlene, I love sweet heat. Us too. I like that. Even in barbecue sauce, that's kind of the way I tend to go. We got truckers talking trucker talk. Beware of my Jake break.
I don't know what all that means.
Me either. Okay. Completely. We'll look it up.
I will.
Yep.
Later.
So see, we are bringing people together. Look at that. Turmeric is an interesting thing. I think most people add it to stuff mainly for the color more so than the flavor. It's a
And
mild,
health benefits.
yeah, but it's a mild flavor. But once you identify it, you can kind of pick it out, and you see it in a lot of Hispanic dishes, specifically like oh gosh, arroz con pollo. So chicken and rice, you'll see it in there a lot, and you'll kind of taste that. Gives it that bright yellow color. I don't know. I dig this. I don't think this is unapproachable at all.
No.
I do think that the heat might build.
Yeah, I can tell because my tongue is starting to feel more.
But the sweetness is really very nice.
We are not struggling.
No, we're not. These that we picked out, these are kind of tending to be a little sweeter, milder.
My nose is running. Does that help?
Well, we can whip out the piri sauce over here to elevate things and maybe prime the pump for the.
Thanks so much
for the special extra one that we've got.
Oh my God, I'm gonna suffer.
Oh my gosh, Josh, you're like lapping us on the heat scale.
Yeah, what's he doing now?
Let's see. Turmeric to chili. Interesting.
Ooh. We're not struggling.
Interesting. Not yet.
But I feel like I'm going to have the ultimate struggle later.
Josh is killing me. He's like, level 10 was somewhat hot. I'm just going to combine all of the sauces for a 10.5.
I want to know how it is.
Well, I think at that point, Josh, that may just not taste good, but it's going to give you the heat you're looking for.
Just go get a ghost pepper and chew on it.
Darlene got challenged and won a pepper eating contest. He couldn't hang with the ghost pepper.
Oh my God, Darlene.
Wow.
I applaud you, my friend, because look at my face. I mean,
well, this one, speaking of looking at faces, the bottle on this one here has a screaming face on it. So this is going to be good. This is from a company. We did another one of their sauces last round. We did their chipotle in the last.
smoky
chat.
barbecue. Smoky barbecue.
Yeah, this is a company out of Kansas City called Pain is Good. Their chipotle I liked.
Is it though? Is it good?
I thought so.
Yeah, it was good. Their hot sauce is good, but I don't know if Pain is good. I don't think I need to try the bonus sauce.
I think you do.
No.
I think you do. So this is called Pain is Good jalapeno sauce. And the only critique I have of their product so far, I'll show you guys the face in a second, is the placement of their text requires you to do this to the bottle while you're reading it. So it says, our jalapeno pepper hot sauce is mildly spicy and bursting with flavor. We've added roasted chilies, which I love the flavor of roasted chilies.
Yes.
It's a totally different flavor of the pepper. Lime juice and a variety of spices to accentuate the distinct jalapeno flavor in this delicious mild hot sauce. Okay, so we are dipping down before we shoot up. So
great.
Well, we can bring in a couple of the honorable mentions from the last one.
Fabulous.
Before we move on to the lightning round.
Okay. Dan Rams from the Cape Coral Running Group is in the chat.
Hey, Dan. We got to run near Dan yesterday. We didn't get to run with him.
I ran behind everyone.
We ran near him.
I walked. Let's just be real.
You were shuffling. Hashtag Amy Shuffle.
A little bit, but it was like walking.
Here you go.
Eventually, at least I was moving.
This will light a fire under you, maybe.
Thanks so much, Dana.
Do what I can to help. Craft services to the rescue. This one's, they even call this a mild, so we should be good. Cheers. Okay, now for one of the green sauces that we've had tonight, or the Verde sauces, this one is not bad. Give me your thoughts.
It's very tangy. It's very tangy, like a vinegar tang. You? I don't.
Yeah, I think you're
It's like a
right.
vinegar tang.
This has a more of a vinegar bite to it than heat.
Yeah.
It's very thick, which I like. This would be great on eggs.
Oh yeah.
I think this also, the Bagliani's in the last chat over on Instagram suggested piri piri sauce, which we have kind of sitting off to the side here
Piri, she says.
on hash browns. I think that would be good on hash browns too,
Mhm.
or maybe a baked potato.
I agree.
Amy's palate cleansing. Now, we mentioned a couple of honorable mentions that we have here. Why don't you show everybody the piri piri sauce? This is one that we did in the last chat. This is Nando's piri piri extra extra hot sauce. Would you like another reminder taste of this one?
No,
Okay. Well, I'm going to go in for some.
you are.
Yeah, I'm going to go in for a little bit of the citrus here. Why not?
You're building heat.
I'm building a little heat. What can I say? I'm going to go nuts and have a little bit with my guacamole.
Okay.
Okay. Quite tasty.
I know it is.
Josh says that mixing all those came together. He would recommend. And see, he's the executive producer in charge of hashtags.
He is our executive
Hashtag
producer
Amy Shuffle.
of the hashtags.
The Therabeast may not have approved of yesterday's activities because she was running and shuffling on uneven territory,
I think that she would want me to walk.
And yeah, the Run, Eat, Sweat, Drink podcast. Yes, today. Absolutely. Did we get all these at Publix? Actually, yes. This is what we were shooting for.
Indeed.
We wanted to get sauces that might be more readily available. There are tons of boutique sauces out there. You can go online to websites.
There's a whole store in Key West, y'all.
The store in Key West is actually worth stopping by. You basically
I think we have photos I could post later.
Yeah, you belly up to the bar. They hand you there's no alcohol there, but they hand you like a little
hot sauce bar.
Yeah, it's a hot sauce bar, and you can just sample hot sauces, and they hand you a little boat of corn chips or tortilla chips, and you just go to town, kind of like we're doing here. It's a lot of fun.
Here we are.
That one's a lot of fun.
So much fun.
So we got one more honorable mention that we talked about. This was also from that company Red Clay, and this is their hot honey. And what we liked about this one was that it's barrel-aged wild raw honey with hot peppers, and the actual age it in bourbon barrels, and you can actually taste the barrel on it. A little something sweet.
Yeah.
This would be amazing on fried chicken.
Oh yeah. Totally.
It is hard for me to imagine a better sauce of anything that we've had tonight on fried chicken. And I don't mean like chicken wings. I mean like Southern fried chicken. Dredge it in flour and spices. Fry it real good. Publix does have a lot of hot sauces. They also have a lot from Florida as well. They do. They actually do.
I am struggling.
Josh said, sorry, but I had to. Amy's nose is running faster than me.
I am struggling. I need tissues.
I think she's dreading the one that's to come. Is what it comes down to. And let's talk about this one. We're gonna set this up maybe as we set up a second beer, because I think that we're gonna need something.
God, yes, we're really gonna need something.
You
understand?
We actually don't have any dairy milk in the house at all.
We don't.
And when you're the whole thing about using milk to address hot pepper, it relies on the lactose in the milk to interact with the capsaicin. So the thing that we have in the house is almond milk, which does not help at all.
I'm really sorry about my nose, y'all.
This is an offering from Tropical Pepper Company, and this is called their Scorpion Pepper Hot Sauce. Aptly named because it's basically scorpion peppers water, salt, acetic acid, and xanthan gum to thicken it up. That's it. It's basically a puree of scorpion peppers with just enough liquid to, let it pour. Let me show you this one here. Now, this one is the only sauce that we have tonight that actually has a Scoville rating on it. Scoville heat units are what they use to measure the perceived hotness of a pepper. This one clocks in at, should I read this out loud, Aim? 780,000 Scovilles. That's 780,000 Scovilles. I don't even want to tell you where it compares because jalapenos are nowhere near. Just saying. Yeah, and Josh is saying use the spicy honey or coffee. Yeah, Josh was pointing out coffee is also something that's often is used to curb heat as well.
What? Oh, Cheryl. Dana is the one that can. He is.
I grew up being babysat by a woman who was first generation off the boat from Thailand.
So he can take a whole lot of heat. I put Frank's hot sauce on everything.
Yeah, Frank's hot sauce is somewhere around Cholula.
So is it, I love Frank's hot sauce. I love Cholula. I don't know. Do you want new glasses or no?
Oh, if you got new glasses, that'd be wonderful. Thank you.
Yep. So yes, I'm a hot sauce connoisseur, but also I feel like when he says out loud this whole situation here, it has ghost pepper in it. No, scorpion pepper. Scorpion pepper. That sounds. I'm afraid. I'm very afraid. I'm really afraid. I don't like scorpions. I don't like snakes. I don't like anything like that. I add Frank's hot sauce to everything.
Would you like to tell everybody about the second beer we're having tonight? We did not have a second beer in the last chat.
Yeah, I will.
This beer is from a local brewery here in Fort Myers. In fact, we picked it up yesterday while we were out doing our the run, because I did week 2, day 1 of the Couched 5K, or Jeff Galloway's Easy 5K program. We did that yesterday afternoon. Nice and easy. 5-second running intervals, 25-second walking intervals, and we did a 3-minute warm-up, 3-minute cool down with a total of 15 minutes running in between those, for a total of 21 minutes on the road running.
This is the Mexican Cream Ale from Coastal Days Brewing. 4.2% ABV. This week, we're getting festive with a tap it Tuesday, celebrating Cinco de Mayo with the tapping of our Mexican Cream Ale. This ultralight beer is crisp and clean while still holding a faint presence of malty flavors. The straight shooting beer holds no hop bitterness, but is complemented by the essence of fresh lime. Can we just drink the beer and not try the scorpion pepper sauce?
No.
I knew I loved Katie.
Sorry for the typo. I didn't catch.
I don't know what the typo was.
Connoisseur, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, we're not grading you.
Really?
Here we go. Let's do this. Grab a chip. Equip a chip. I'll let you smell this one. Smell it and describe it. Tell everybody what you think.
It smells spicy.
So here we go. Equip a chip. She's looking for... You might want a chip with more oomph to it. That way it kind of helps absorb some of it.
Okay.
All right. It's not pouring.
That's enough. Oh my God, no. I can't have this much. No.
I've got as much as you do
No.
right there.
No.
You got this. We're doing it for you guys. Oh, let's see. Josh said something in the chat. Amy gets...
What? What is that? I can't read
Amy
it.
gets 5. Amy gets KO'd by hot sauce. Cheers. And let's talk about the flavor of this bad boy. Ready? It's salty. This one's salty. And then tart. Just do it. Commit. Look at that. She's a team player. She's not reading, by the way. That's just her angry look. All right. Tell us what your feeling is on this. Did you get the saltiness?
Yes.
Talk to me, Goose.
Ah! My tongue is on fire. Get it away from me. This is not going to help me.
It starts out salty, goes to tart, and I'm not a huge fan of the saltiness of it. I would do better with Josh, just so you know, it's hot enough that she's decided chasing it with hot honey might be the better way to go. Tell me the flavor. Tell me the flavor you're experiencing.
It's hot. It's hot. It's burning.
Oh. Well, Katie, I wouldn't, you know what? Typos, not a big deal. And we would not know that. Yeah. So, Aim, are you looking forward to the next dab of that?
No!
Talk about the flavor a little bit. What did you think of the flavor? Hashtag. Oh gosh. Okay. Amy does not like it. No, I think that it's fair to say. Darlene says, "Oh my God, I'm dying." Oh, that is too funny. Hashtag Amy can see through time. Talk to us, Goose. Oh, okay. Would you like to know if I actually brought some milk home? I didn't. She's gonna abandon me now. All right, we're having this is a first in the show. We are having a walk off on the set while she goes to find something to cool her mouth down. So you might be able to even hear her in the background. Oh goodness. Yeah, 780,000. I just like to occasionally remind her when we're watching shows where they're doing hot pepper challenges that 780,000 for something like this, which is pretty darn hot. Police pepper spray usually clocks in around 2 million Scovilles. And there are sauces that are doing 1 million to 2 million in the sauce. Oh yeah, I'm gonna pay for that one, Rhonda. I can tell you right now. Yeah, Josh, I didn't let her know that the beer makes it worse. What are you drinking? I gotta see. Josh, she went for the cold brew coffee. She went for the cold brew coffee on your recommendation. Bring it back in here and join us. I'll be curious to see if this works, actually. I've never done coffee. Hashtag off-camera cussing. Yeah, you might get some on-camera cussing. But that said, you got some off-camera cussing there. You may have been able to hear that one. Oh, I'm going to pay for this. I'm going to pay for this. I'm just glad that you all were here to witness it. But at least the guacamole is cooling. I did make that. I came home at lunch today, whipped up a quick batch, and then let it marry in the fridge. Oh, you guys, I wish she's got us do this on camera. Lean in, show everybody everything you brought, all the paraphernalia you brought. That's almond milk, by the way. And she's got the jug of cold brew from the guys at Clever Bean. And that's a decanter. I think that she's brought it in as a single serve now. I'm cracking up. Had to explain to my boyfriend what was going on. He's now getting a kick out of this too. Well, we're glad that we could help Cheryl.
They hear me curse.
I think that they heard you curse without the benefit of the internet.
What do you mean without the benefit of the internet?
Just they could hear your voice carry on the wind. So talk about the flavor of the sauce a little bit.
I don't remember. Did you talk about it?
She doesn't remember me actually describing the flavor of the sauce.
I don't.
Oh, Katie, without a doubt, she's going to give me. She wanted to be a podcast. Okay, there we go. Hashtag there's a bird in here. She wanted to be a podcaster, they said. It'll be fun, they said.
Well, is this what the next level of Patreon is? Can get Amy above this on a ghost pepper. Oh my God.
Do you have a whole new appreciation for the people that do the hot, like the ghost pepper challenges and stuff now?
What?
It's so hot she can't hear.
I'm sorry.
I said, do you have a new appreciation for people who do the hot pepper challenges now?
Yes.
All right, you talk some. It'll take your mind off the heat.
I am going to get you. I don't think that you're going to put up the comments, some of the comments. Are you?
Oh, God. Josh.
I told you.
I didn't read it all the way through. Killing me, Smalls.
Really?
You're killing me.
Okay, it's getting better. It's getting better.
Would you want to go for round two?
No. I can't believe he poured a bunch of that on that chip.
Okay. Normally the way I eat that sauce, and that's actually my second bottle of that one.
Let's talk about how normally you eat that normally.
Okay. Normally I do that about a drop at a time I'll do like a Publix sub, which by the way, that sauce is really good with Publix chicken tender subs. Come to Florida. We're going to take you to a Publix for a chicken tender sub. It's going to happen.
I don't think Katie wants that.
Katie probably doesn't want that. She's had it. But the I'll take a bite. I'll dab a drop on there, and I'll take a bite. So you get
A drop, which is what I was promised I was going to have.
You know, we suffer for our art sometimes, dear. Just saying. They were way more entertained by that than they were entertained by just a drop. Okay. Hey, Katie, she doesn't need your help. Trust me. She doesn't need your help. I thought we were friends. Come on.
I'll take any help I can get.
Oh.
Just message. What is what? What are we talking about now?
Josh, I don't even want to know.
I don't even want to know.
Publix chicken tender sub is the beat, right?
The bomb, the best.
The best.
I believe that's positive.
Honestly, anytime it's on sale, we're like, we don't need to adhere to the day 7 rule. We can
just want it right now.
Want it now.
We're just gonna have it right now.
Oh my goodness. It is a Florida staple. I mean, they do just an amazing job. Fresh baked bread, fresh ingredients, all that, but their chicken tenders are incredible. That sauce is really, really good.
Not
in
a
small
lot of
quantities. I do think
a lot.
Can you remember any of the flavor of it?
No.
Okay. Excuse me. This is giving me hiccups.
No, my ears are ringing.
It does have that effect. That sauce starts out salty, which I was not expecting. And then it goes to a tartness like from the vinegar, but then it's just heat. And you don't get a ton of a smoky heat, but you don't get a ton of layers of flavor. It's not layers of flavor on that one. It's not as refined, I think, as some of the others. But that one was
refined.
Well, I mean, I think that you have some layers of flavor in the Nando's piri piri sauce that you don't get in that one.
Agreed. Yes.
Same goes for some of the other sauces as well. But that one at 780,000 Scovilles, you did good.
What? What did he say?
Can you put that sauce in her coffee before coffee chats for added entertainment?
No. Because during coffee chats, he's usually at work.
I'm not.
He's
here.
not going to do that.
Oh no.
No.
I have to come home at some point.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Payback's a bitch.
And if I did that to you, so would you be? So would you be?
Yeah. Probably.
No, I wouldn't do that. I know. I mean, honestly, I've had hotter sauces.
What was the last sauce again, Cheryl?
The last sauce that we just had, Cheryl, if you're wanting to try this one out, is from the Tropical Pepper Company, and it's their Scorpion Pepper Hot Sauce. I'm going to show you the wrapper one more time here.
Oh my God. Didn't I post a picture somewhere
of this one? I don't know.
I think so.
Yeah, it may be in our social media feed.
Stand by.
Because Amy was taking some pretty nice photos of the stuff. It makes it look so pretty. You don't realize it's going to, basically be like, gasoline in your mouth, just, that you ignite. But
oh no, I think it's in our Instagram story. Maybe.
Yeah, now my sister has gotten she always buys me and my cousins hot sauces at Christmas. She's gotten us this one, and they do one that is hotter, and I want to say it's the boot jolokia pepper. It's the next or the chocolate naga pepper. It's the step up from a scorpion pepper. It's way up there. And that one comes in at over 1 million Scovilles. So that's an attention getter. Layers of flavored hatred.
Yeah.
Hashtag. I love it.
Apparently she has that brand ghost. Oh my God.
Oh, Katie, I think that we will definitely be there. Amy is
Susie.
A giant fan.
What?
Look at what Katie just posted right there. Look what movie she's covering tomorrow.
Have you been in the chat since I talked about what I did as a teacher? with literature and film class, Katie. Yeah, we read Taming of the Shrew, and then we watched 10 Things I Hate About You and did a comparison contrast. It was so much fun. So much fun. Yeah, Cheryl. So you don't need me to post a picture because I was going after the picture.
Okay, that ghost pepper sauce is kind of the same thing. They don't do a whole lot with it to doll it up. It's basically the pepper puree. Because my sister got me that one too, and then they've got the one that's a step up from this. But yeah, if you haven't tried it, Cheryl, you ought to give it a shot. And Susie, welcome.
I mean, do you like hot sauce? I mean,
you missed it. If you, this will be one that's worth watching on the replay. I think this one has some replayability.
I mean,
yeah, it's a chocolate something.
What?
The pepper that's a step up from the scorpion. It's like a chocolate naga or boot jolokia or boot. Yeah, whatever he's spelled there. I can't pronounce it. I do good to do English. So, but it's, again, I'm not a huge fan. As you get into like peppers that have that level of heat, you've got to do something with the sauce to make it the chocolate bootla. Yeah, you're right, Josh. Good call. That looks hot. That looks hot. Hot and not in a good way.
How hot is the chocolate bootla? The chocolate bootla is considered to be one of the hottest peppers in the world, with some claiming it feels even hotter than the famed Carolina Reaper. It is said to top out at 2 million Scoville. Am I reading this right?
You are reading that right.
Oh my God.
So that's police pepper spray or bear spray. That's the strength that you typically get for those.
Apart from tasting challenges, chocolate bootlas are added in controlled quantities in the likes of soup, sauce, stews, and salsas. Particularly enjoy them, for making chili flakes and powders. Yeah. There you go.
Ethan just jumped in. Hey, we're glad that you could be here, Ethan.
Did you
Oh, good. He got a chance to listen today to the show we did with
good.
Mark. Awesome. We had so much fun doing it and getting to dress up and give the awards.
Yeah.
That was great. Speaking of the awards, we have the light up award, but we left it in the living room. We did. So we got to remember, because otherwise we'll run the batteries down.
Yeah. I'm telling you, people, I'm sorry for what I said and did while I was recovering from the scorpion pepper. I'm sorry.
Josh, have you had that sauce, the chocolate plague? Yeah, that doesn't sound pleasant. That sounds like a dare, not a food product.
And recovering from that sauce makes the beer more bitter on the finish.
Interesting. Well, even Josh was talking about it, because he kind of went up, and he's been playing around on the whole scale of the stuff from the hot ones.
Oh my God.
Which that we've mentioned it a couple of times. If you're not familiar, it's a YouTube channel called Hot Ones. Check them out. They do amazing stuff.
They're in the network for First We Feast, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes. And they do interviews with celebrities over a plate of wings. That's usually 10 wings, 10 sauces on an ascending scale of hotness. And some of the interviews are hilarious, because as the sauces get progressively hotter, the concentration and things happen, like you might have just seen here a little bit.
I think that he wanted that to happen.
I did not.
He did too. What do you think in the chat? Do you think he wanted that to happen? I mean, did you hear me cursing in the kitchen? Did they hear me?
I think our neighbors heard you.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. So,
the Heatonist website. I like the play on words there. I'll have to check that one out. I haven't gone to that site. We do have a local shop here we have to go check out on the recommendation of John Bagliani,
a patron of ours.
One of our patrons. Mm-hmm. It's a shop over in Fort Myers. Their specialty is actually jerkies of all kinds. They do, standard beef jerky, of course, but then they do exotic meats, including kangaroo and ostrich, and they do a variety of sauces, hot sauces in there as well. And we've been told that we have to go check it out.
Okay.
So Amy's checking out the Heatonist website now. I'm looking forward to that one.
The brain burner. Oh God.
Josh is saying Gordon Ramsay's episode was one of the best. Absolutely. Gordon Ramsay's was really good. And if you haven't seen the Scarlett Johansson one, it's
I enjoyed
hysterical.
that he made the chicken, the scrambled eggs.
Yes. And we've actually made Gordon Ramsay's scrambled eggs. His recipe for scrambled eggs
They're so good.
is perfection.
Shut up.
And he believes in incorporating chilled cubed butter and, doing very quick applications of put it on the heat, take it off the heat, put it on the heat, take it off the heat. And the final product you get, if you like a soft scrambled egg, his would be perfect with smoked salmon. I'm a big fan of smoked salmon, eggs and onions with capers.
Which sauce would you put on his
eggs?
Or would you put any?
No. I wouldn't mind doing sauce on eggs. Actually, with the ones that we had in here, I was a pretty big fan of this green one.
Oh, the jalapeno.
I like that one, and I would probably go with. I might dip into the piri piri for that one. Yeah, I'm kind of a fan. Truth be told, I'm still not a huge fan of that tropical pepper company. I mean, I'm a fan of it. It's just like eating that much of it at one shot and getting that much salt. Actually, for me, the biggest problem, yes, it was hot, but the biggest problem is it's really salty.
Which one?
The one that kicked your butt just now.
Oh.
Would you like to try it again to confirm that?
Not.
Yeah, the level of salt in that one I don't find very pleasant by itself. Now, adding that, and I think the reason it works really well is adding that with the fried chicken and the chicken tender sub is just a really good combo there. And it adds a lot of heat. So what did you think of Josh's suggestion?
Tenders.
That on any kind of fried chicken would be amazing. That's the hot honey.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm
good too.
Huge fan. Yeah, Josh, some haven't even finished. I know there were several who haven't finished those over on Hot Ones. We've only taken to watching YouTube on a really regular basis in the last couple of years. Like you'd occasionally go online and look at something, we use an Apple TV and we'll flip over and we'll flip to YouTube. And next thing you know, you go down the YouTube rabbit hole and 2 hours later, you're like, oh my gosh, where'd the time go? Oh yeah, the Joseph Gordon-Levitt episode. That was fun. That one he did remotely, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that was actually a good, good interview.
Like you would think that remotely they could cheat.
I do not believe he cheated.
But I don't think he cheated
based on his reactions.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. But I mean, not that anybody would, but I'm just saying the coffee did work.
Did it? Okay, did it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, would you like to put it to the test again?
No.
Okay, just
why don't you?
You know what? Pour me some coffee. I'll do it for science. I'm that kind of guy. Why not? I'm gonna hate this.
You're gonna pour beer and coffee?
Don't judge me. Because in case the coffee doesn't work, actually, I know the beer's not going to help, but it'll make me care less about the fact that my mouth is trying to crawl out of my head.
Here, that's for you. There you go.
So here we go again. Tropical Pepper Company.
I'm going to pass this time.
Scorpion pepper. See, you're not much of a team player. Here we go. Guilt trip. Fine. Pour me a pepper. No, I'm not going to. I'm not recommending this for you.
No.
Don't do it.
Nope. Nope.
She's like, I know you love me and I don't have to do anything to prove it. You're absolutely right, dear. But look at that.
Get some more on there. Go ahead.
I didn't pour more than that for you last time. That's what you had.
You're laughing at me the whole entire time.
Not the whole
I know
time.
Everybody was laughing at me, and I'm glad you had a good laugh at my expense.
So here we go. I don't think they were laughing at your expense. They were laughing with you. All right. Again, the number one.
They weren't laughing with me because I was trying to recover.
The number one ingredient is scorpion peppers, then water. That's to thin it out. Then salt. Literally the only other seasoning that they have in here is salt. This is the reason that I'm not a fan right here. So one more time.
You're not a fan of it, and you're trying it again. Or you're not a fan of a lot of it.
I'm not a fan of a lot of it. Yeah, that's really salty.
Are you feeling the hot? The heat?
It's
No,
building.
You're not.
This one builds. Takes a minute. What do we hear?
What?
Trip Billy for the win. That's who he was saying. Trip Billy was recommending coffee.
Oh. Well, that's good. Good to know.
Yeah,
Right?
they're like peer pressure, peer pressure. No, I know better than that. Oh, see, Darlene hasn't laughed that much in a long time. Thank you, Amy.
You're welcome.
Okay, now here's the thing about this sauce. Like at first, not a big deal. Swallowed, no big deal. Now the heat's building. Now here is where it's starting. The afterburn is where it's at on this one. Yeah.
Okay.
That's unpleasant. And on top of that, I got it on my the corner of my mouth. So that's hurting like hell.
No kisses for you later.
Oh, okay.
Are you feeling it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that one's not pleasant. All right, so here we go. Let's give this a shot. I'm at peak burn, I think.
Oh.
Now, here's the thing. I'm going to get all caffeinated because this is high octane cold brew. This is the real deal from our friends at Clever Bean.
It's awesome.
One thing I will say about
Super
this,
smooth.
it is the smoothest cup of coffee. If you are a fan of of iced coffee, cold brew is the way to go.
I love it.
Look at her. She's working her way back through the list, except for one notable omission.
Gee, what was that? I wonder.
Oh, man, I regret this.
I'm sorry. Did you say you regret this?
Yeah, I regret a lot of things right now, but mainly,
ya?
yeah.
Julia? Does he? You think he regrets it? Huh? Does he regret me or does he regret this?
Oh, no, not you.
Is the coffee working, dear?
Truthfully, it might be,
You think?
actually.
You think?
Yeah,
I was desperate. I tried anything.
I'm hooked on cold brew. Yeah. A lot of people, when they do iced coffee at home, they will go straight for brewing hot coffee and pouring that over ice. Not the good way to go.
I mean, you can do it.
Anything in a pinch.
Yeah.
But if you've got the time and the means,
Mm.
make it do the cold steeping of the grounds.
Ferris
Way
Bueller.
better.
Ferris Bueller.
It's so choice.
Highly recommend.
Mm.
Are you sweating?
Yeah.
Do you feel the sweating right here?
Yes.
Because I did.
Yes, I do.
Oh yeah. I'm smug. Sure.
Oh,
I'm not doing it again.
I don't blame you.
I'm not doing it again.
I need a pub sub now.
Katie, you can tell us
This
where
is
to get one.
This is our literally.
No, I'm kidding.
This is literally my second meal of the day. The only thing we had today, or at least that I had, I think you had a salad for lunch,
I did.
and I did cold oats, and waited for this for today. So this is well, it's getting hot. Okay. Wow.
Yeah. Are you excited? I am.
Oh.
Is it working?
Oh, the hot sauce is working. I don't really think this may temper it some, but it's not like eliminating it from my mouth. Oh, and I don't want to drink more than this because otherwise I'm going to be up all night.
Yeah, don't.
Because this
Don't.
is
Don't.
this is the high octane stuff, and they said it's a daily drinker, but it's got caffeine. Ooh, what are you doing? Oh, okay.
I'm trying to decide.
I really like is that the Wuju?
Mm-hmm.
The Wuju's really good.
Mm-hmm.
like you said, that is a dip for um
Egg
egg rolls.
rolls or
Thank you.
dumplings.
English is escaping
or
me at the moment. My mouth is
I
on
wouldn't
fire.
know what that's like at all.
Katie, I used to be like that. I
You did.
probably am for the most part now, but now that I have to be up in the mornings, like at certain times,
Okay.
for me, it's not about, I could probably go to sleep, but I might not stay asleep. But for years, my first 7 years in my career was all nights. So I used to drink really bad coffee till like 5 in the morning and then go to bed when I got home.
Josh thinks I look smug.
I haven't seen a smug face like that since Jeremy Clarkson on Top Gear.
I wouldn't know about that.
She's never seen Top Gear.
I know.
I have.
You know who that is?
I do.
Oh. Do I look smug?
You do now, yes. Yeah. Now here's the funny thing.
He's telling me to hush.
We still have like 1,220,000 Scovilles to go before
what?
you kind of top out on the Scoville scale for, what you can really get as far as I don't think I've ever seen hot sauces above 2 million.
Well, this is the first time we've done anything like this on the show.
Well, I'm not interested in turning this into a hot pepper challenge kind of thing for us. But at some point tasting a oh no.
What?
I've seen Top Gear. I know Top Gear. She hasn't seen Top Gear.
I know. You mean not for me.
Oh my.
I get it. Feeling it?
Watching and Whiplash, LOL catching up on the replay. You guys are gotta run. Oh, Susie, we're glad that you could jump in. Thank you.
We love you.
We love you.
You're great.
The good news is my sinuses are clear.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely, Josh. We actually,
What?
He said, what's interesting about the Scoville scale is the gaps between peppers. And what's funny is like you get such a range too. Like we have bought, well, like the jalapenos that we put in, there are jalapenos in this guacamole.
Yeah, but you de-seeded them.
I de-seeded but didn't devein them, and there's really not any heat. We've had some nights where we're doing taco night at home, and we'll get a jalapeno that wants to be a habanero when it grows up, and it's hot. You're like, good Lord, wasn't expecting that from a little jalapeno. And then one time Amy's making, she does another, I'm bragging on your food all night tonight. She makes a really good salsa that's got, what is that?
This is not smugness. This is, I like making him happy. So.
You make a salsa with jicama.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a jicama salsa.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's got your traditional, onion and tomato, but the jicama gives it this really cool crunch. And we went to the store. They didn't have jalapenos at the store at that time. So we're like, we'll get some habaneros. Yeah. That was Dana's salsa.
Yeah.
Amy had one serving and was like, yeah, I'm done. That's it.
Well, that's because we typically make it and we let it marry overnight. And if you let a habanero marry with your salsa overnight.
And it was one of those, these don't have a lot of seeds. No big deal. And the habanero went in. And I love habanero because, again, the fruitiness of a habanero, the flavor, really good.
Yeah.
But it is, and a lot of people, when they see it at the store, they're like, oh, it's next to the jalapenos. That means it's like the next step up. It's not a linear progression.
It's like a ramp.
It's a half pipe. It's a
something.
What do you call it? Geometric progression. It's really, really accelerates up the scale.
Ooh. Now I want eggs with my hot sauce.
Yeah. Smelling salts for my sinuses. Ooh.
Oh, Katie wants to come over and try my food.
I'll tell you what, you've been cooking a lot more in the last couple of years, getting us, prepped and ready and rocking and rolling, on the plan. And yeah, she's killing it. Absolutely killing it.
I want to make a veggie virgin.
Veggie virgin?
A veggie. I can't talk. Like I'm still recovering. Of a vegetarian version.
It's calmed down for me now.
Oh, okay. Maybe you should do it again.
Negative Ghost Rider. The pattern is full. Top Gun references.
Of the Verde stew.
Oh. Now, what would you do? What Amy's talking about, she does a chicken verde stew. The base of the stew is chicken broth and roasted tomatillos. So you get this wonderful tartness and roastiness from the tomatillos and poblano peppers.
I roast them and then I peel them.
And then the protein is chicken thigh normally. And hominy. So you get the really delicious corn hominy flavor, and the texture of the hominy kernels is just so good.
It really is.
What would you do to substitute for the chicken?
Well, I could do it in a couple of different ways. I could try the Gardein chicken strips.
Oh, yeah.
I could try those. Or I could leave that out. And I could do like a roasted tofu.
Yeah, I'd give that a shot.
And
for texture, that'd be great.
Yeah, and maybe not put it in there and let it steep, but like
add it at the end.
Add it at the end right before you're gonna eat it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a huge. I mean, we'll do tofu for some things, mainly for the texture, and because it doesn't taste like anything. Whatever you add it to, it takes on the flavor. But
I like it when it's like roasted or grilled.
Yeah.
And with the appropriate spices.
Agreed.
According to what you're going to do.
And Josh, I think you're correct. Habanero and Scotch bonnet are kind of in the same area. They also are kind of similar peppers. I think they both have a fruitiness that I like. That's, I think it goes really well. I love Scotch bonnets with things like jerk chicken because I love I love jerk seasoning. So, you get those combinations of cinnamon and nutmeg and the other spices that go into a jerk seasoning. That's just warming, like not like hot, but, warming sensation. And then get punched in the face by the Scotch bonnet pepper. Oh,
I'm working on.
So good.
Okay. What are we?
Danger zone. Danger zone.
Okay. What are we?
Oh, she's pulling up the Scoville scale.
Yeah.
Scotch bonnets and habaneros.
Scotch bonnet and habanero. They're like, here's a Scotch bonnet, here's a habanero.
Okay.
Scotch bonnet, 100,000 to 350,000, and it gives the same range for habanero.
Oh, and Cheryl's giving us pro tips here. Omit the meat. Use veggie broth.
Yeah, all over that.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Roasted portobello slices as the meat.
Maybe.
I would be all about that. I love that. And Darlene, another pro tip. Habanero gold. Habanero gold pepper jelly. Oh my God, that'd be good.
I am just... I'll send you a jar of my habanero. Well, listen, I asked Darlene to send us some of the champagne garlic, and I was like, you send me the link and I'll like Apple Pay or whatever. I just have no idea. Like, I gotta do research and get after her site and order some or whatever.
Yeah.
However you do that, but. And John Schroeder's jumping in. We've been tasting hot sauce, and I don't know if you want to rewind or rewatch the, like, right as we were in the 9 o'clock time frame, I think it was.
Yeah, if you go back to about the 60-minute mark in this, we will. It's worth rewatching there, John. But we were shouting people out at the beginning of the show. Congratulations! I know you just started a new job.
Yeah.
Day one complete.
Yeah.
Boom! You're home.
Yeah.
Glad that you're back. I know you're driving all the way down to Naples.
Yeah.
So that's about a 45-minute drive and good
hour.
traffic. We're in the middle of our tourist season right now. We actually had the pleasure of getting to go out to lunch with John one afternoon to one of our local favorite taco trucks, Death by Taco 239. And John had a very similar reaction to their house made. They do an amazing house made chorizo,
very spicy,
but they do not hold back on the spice. And it's not just warming spice. They actually bring the heat. And John had a similar reaction to Amy. So
it wasn't similar. I mean, he sat there and took it.
He did.
I left the chat.
John, you did miss that we had a podcast first where she walked off the set. You know, that's what happens when the talent gets a little out of hand. You know
what? You're the talent.
I am not the talent. That's for sure.
Oh
yeah. Now it's too bad that that Christy Van Allen's not in the chat because she's all about the Top Gun references.
I love Top Gun.
Yep, you'll be flying a cargo plane full of rubber dog shit out of Hong Kong.
Are you cursing on air?
Oh, listen, I don't want to hear it from you tonight.
Okay.
About cursing on air.
Well, I did it in the kitchen, away from the microphone.
Oh no, trust me, the microphone got it.
I don't think so.
Oh, Darlene, please do. Please do.
Oh, message us. Yes. We're ready.
No, John, I know you're not a big chili head. Now, speaking of chili head, now we have talked about them before in the past. There are some beers you can get as well if you're into spicy foods. There are spicy beers. A lot of them are done kind of as experiments or sometimes as novelties. We have run across a couple that are really good. And there's one I would say if you can find it and pick it up and you're wanting to try it, check it out. It's called Billy's Chilies. And that was a not so subtle hint to pour her.
Thank you very much.
But that's one that actually gives you a great flavor, a little tingle of heat, and it builds. So the more you drink, the hotter it gets. Okay. But the flavor is good enough. You could actually use that to braise meat. So if you were doing something like pork butt, and you wanted to add, have a flavorful braising liquid, that would be a really good base for it, I think.
Yeah. Thank you.
No, thank you.
I think that he's upset with me.
I am not upset.
I think he's disappointed I
am upset with that hot sauce.
I find your lack of handling the hot sauce disturbing because we just had May the 4th.
Yeah, I can. Josh is just diving deep on the
Top Gun
references.
Oh God, Christy Van Allen would be so happy right now.
Yep. We try not to do so. We certainly don't do it on the show. We try not to do it too much here. So we try to keep it clean. But I'll tell you what. That Tropical Pepper Company Scorpion pepper sauce. Yeah, that will
make us curse. And I'm sorry for that. But
goodness.
But you know what I'm saying to you.
Well, we hope that everybody's had a great Cinco de Mayo.
I hope you've had a great laugh at my expense.
With you, not at your expense.
Because and he handled the pain so much better. He didn't walk off. He didn't curse.
Well, I've eaten a lot of that though. And again, I grew up mainly eating, my mom was not big on spicy food. She was big on flavorful food, but not spicy. Yeah, my dad did not like hot food at all.
Yes.
Her best friend living next to us was a woman from Thailand, and she would babysit me and I would eat what she cooked, and she'd take me fishing and we'd go catch fish. And then she would literally, and we lived in suburban Tampa, and we actually, she would go take fish that we caught. She would fillet it and take it up and dry it in the sun and put it up on the roof of the house. So she kept a lot of her traditional, or her traditions intact when she came here. And a lot of that involved Thai chili peppers. So one thing that she did do, she got my mom to plant a couple of Thai chili pepper bushes in her house or at our house. And my mom had a green thumb. She could grow anything in concrete. I mean, it didn't matter. She could grow anything, anywhere, anytime. And she plants these peppers, and she's getting these peppers, and she would take them. And what she would do with them is actually put them in vinegar and she would. It's kind of funny.
Pickle them.
Yeah, basically
Yeah.
like pickled, and you could get the little shaker, and then you could shake spicy vinegar, and that's the one thing my dad would use that was spicy is
Yeah.
he would do spicy vinegar on collard greens or
Oh,
mustard
it's
greens.
fantastic. My dad does that too.
Do you all ever do that? Do any of you ever do spicy vinegar or hot sauce on collard greens or mustard greens? I think that is such a great combination.
Good.
The tart, the
Hot
bitter.
sauce on greens too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The tart, the bitter, and the heat is just such a great combination to me.
I love it.
And
I love collard greens, period. But
so my mom decides she's going to transplant these things one day.
oh,
And she goes out and picks the bush. She's digging it up. She's carrying it. You don't realize how much of the capsaicin is throughout the plant as a defense mechanism against bugs. And it lit her up from basically her hands to her upper arms when she was trying to move the plants. Didn't realize that it was going to do that to her. Oh,
that sounds intense.
Oh, we love you, Katie. Thank
We
you for
love
hanging out.
you,
I'm glad you could
Katie.
hang out some. Oh, Josh, she absolutely did make sticky rice. That was a staple. Sticky rice,
Love sticky rice.
Lots of fish,
Oh,
traditional Thai food. I mean, I that's one thing when Amy and I first started dating, and she'd come up and see me in Atlanta, I'd take her for Thai. When we
Taiwan.
Taiwan Cafe in Atlanta. When we moved back down to Florida, one of the first things I was like, I am on a mission
To find a place.
find a decent Thai restaurant. I mean,
So good.
and if I'm looking for comfort food outside of American Southern classics, I tend to default to Thai.
I mean, pad Thai is just so comforting to me.
It's a great dish if it's
comforting.
done well. If it's done well,
Yeah, as long as it's done well.
And we
We
even
know a couple of different places.
and we do. And I was going to say, and a friend of mine from high school at her place in Tampa at Asian Kitchen. It's not even a traditional version. They do it with she offers it in a more traditional variety
with chicken,
but you can actually get it there with smoked brisket. Oh my God.
It's so good.
That is like the weirdest mashup.
Have you had it with pork belly?
Yes. Oh yes.
Which do you prefer?
Smoked brisket.
That barbecue flavor.
She does it. She'll offer a couple of varieties and do things with smoked brisket and with pork belly. You could do that in ramen. You could do it in pad Thai. But what a weird mashup of cultures and flavors.
So
oh my
good.
goodness.
So good.
Amazing. Yeah, Katie, I'm right there with you. I mean, I love the mixture with Thai food. It's all about fresh flavors.
Yeah.
And you get a lot of lime.
Oh, but I also like the noodles in the pad Thai dish, that type of noodle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's like that glassy, thin, but so hearty. And oh gosh.
And
yeah, it's exactly right, Josh. You have to find the good quality.
And that's one of those, a lot of people are like, oh, I don't like really starchy rice. Well, you can't have sticky rice unless it's starchy. That's what makes it stick. Yeah. Like we've been to a couple of food trucks that they're trying to do like an Asian flair type of thing. But I
get it. There's a lot happening on a food truck.
This is a hard one for food trucks to get right. They try to where can we save time? Well, cooking rice is a tough one unless you bring like an Instant Pot or a rice cooker on. So what some of them do is they go with like the pre-bagged rice that's basically very loose and it cooks quick, but it does not give you the same flavor or texture.
It's good.
So if you find a food truck that's doing it right, support them.
Yes.
Support them.
Just like the lobster truck.
Tom Yum Lemongrass Soup. Yes. Tom Yum. Tom Kha Gai.
I love it.
Tom Kha Gai is probably my favorite. That's
mushroom, tomato, coconut milk broth, and
you trick yourself into thinking it's healthy
lemongrass
because of all the vegetables in it. And you just say, I'm not going to pay attention to the
chicken.
The fact that it's got all of that.
Oh, it's so good. Give me like a big vat of that. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
That's another plant that our neighbor Supani used to help my mom. grow. We had all along in our yard
Lemongrass.
in Tampa, we had an entire row all along the fence. We basically grew grew lemongrass as a ornamental plant. So my mom would always go out and grab it, and she'd incorporate it into like weird stuff. But Supani cooked with it all the time, and it grows like a weed in Florida sandy soil.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
We need to do that.
I know. We should.
Oh, and then make Tom Kai Gai.
Nothing cleanses the soul like good sushi. We love good sushi. We had a couple of places. Southwest Florida's got a pretty good sushi scene. That's one fortunate thing about having so many people move here from all over the country and all over the world. Oh yeah. Oh, Cheryl, hold on. I'm not a big dessert person. Mango and sticky rice.
Yes.
This reminds me, there is a Disney dish that we like to get called frushi.
Oh, it's so good.
And it's so funny. They do basically a
I want to recreate it. It's like
they do
fruit roll up and inside of it.
They do sticky rice, but they
Yeah.
cook it with coconut in the sticky rice. So you get a sweetened sticky rice.
Yeah.
Then they roll that like a sushi roll. And it's
Yeah.
a slightly like a hint of strawberry in like a rice paper or a soy paper roll.
Yeah.
And they put fresh strawberry and fresh pineapple in there with the rice, and then roll it up,
It's so good.
slice it up, and then give you a little bit of
Coconut whipped cream.
Yeah, coconut whipped cream. It sounds weird, and there are some people that don't like sweetened rice. I grew up. My dad was a huge fan of bread pudding and rice pudding. And I inherited those loves from him. Those are probably my two favorites. That's why you'll hear us talk a lot about
good sushi, $5 sushi.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Publix has upped their game, and their pre-made sushi rolls that they pre-package are actually crazy good.
It's so good
For fast food sushi. Yes,
yeah.
you can get amazing sushi rolls, out to dinner at sit down restaurants. But yep.
Cheryl, have a good night.
Oh, you're reading ahead.
Sorry.
That's okay. Cheryl, we're glad you could jump in. Thank you.
Then we could go back to Katie's.
Yes,
like the frushi.
Yeah. Katie says she loves the frushi from Epcot.
Love it.
We're fans.
We love it.
But we've been here for almost 2 hours, so we should probably wrap it up ourselves. We want to let you all know we do have a new episode in the feed. If you haven't had a chance to listen to it, please do.
Yeah.
It's episode, I think, 164.
Yes, you are correct.
This week.
You are correct.
And that is the second half of Amy's interview with the one and only.
What do you mean mine? You were there too.
Catherine Switzer. I was present.
You asked a question?
I did.
Or two.
But that was Amy's, that's one of Amy's like bucket list interviews.
Yeah.
So check that out. It's in the feed. We would really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe, of course.
Like and follow.
And I'm sorry. And if you're in Apple Podcasts, it's called following. Now they've changed the verbiage.
I don't even know. Yeah.
So,
but we just want to say thank you to everybody who has been in this live tonight, who's put up with my shenanigans, and also who has contributed to Jeff's Get Well card.
Yes, we are still taking submissions. If you haven't had a chance to send well wishes to Jeff Galloway, America's running coach, our running coach, please do so. We're adding those to the site. He is at home recovering. We did actually have a little short correspondence with him.
Yeah. He says he's at home and his drive for helping people is stronger than ever.
He's very appreciative of all the well wishes, and you guys are amazing for participating in that. Thank you so much.
We just got a message from Amby Burfoot, who was editor-in-chief of Runner's World for the longest time. And I posted that, and he won Boston when he was in college, and just unbelievable, just the amount of support that we've gotten from all of you and from these people who I was like, I'm going to ask them. I don't know if they can, but here's Marco Cisetto, here's Bart Yasso, here's Catherine Switzer, here's so many people, Chris Twiggs and Amanda Napolitano. And Mev Kofleski. All of you have made that an amazing site, and I can't thank you enough, and hope that we just keep it going.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, tomorrow we're going to be doing week 2, day 2 of the
Oh, that's
Jeff
true.
Galloway
Yeah.
program, Easy 5K, Couch to 5K program. If you have been running along with me, awesome. If you are watching it in rerun, awesome. Or if you aren't watching it at all, but the idea of me doing a Couch to 5K is getting you up and moving,
Great.
that's awesome too.
Great.
The main goal is to get you guys who maybe have come to us that didn't come as runners initially, and but you're wanting to kind of dip your toe in the running waters. This is an easy, yeah, I know, right?
Running water.
It's an easy way to ease into it. We're doing super short running intervals. We're making it super approachable for novice runners to start out from not really a base of running and do a 5K. It's not too late to jump in. We're running no longer in our running interval. We're only running for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
5 seconds.
Yeah.
And then we're walking for 25 seconds. It's going to be nice and easy. So check it out if you get a chance. It'll be tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern. We'll be live streaming here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. I'm able to carry you guys along with me on the phone, and I've got the gimbal, so
Make
it doesn't look like super shaky camera. And I got the dog down here like pawing at me like it's time for bed.
Bedtime, Daddy.
She absolutely is doing that. So I hope you guys can come along, check that out. I'm really excited with the number of people who've been saying that they're doing it and have been sharing it. And, you know, the fact that Sebastian even said that he's been running thanks to us. I love that. And Sebastian, if you're still in the chat, thank you.
Yeah.
If you're not, I hope you catch this later on replay. But anyway, I'm being told by the other woman in my life here that it's time for bed. And then this one here probably needs something else cold to drink before.
I have to recover from all this. Oh my God. I'm not really sure how this is going to go.
So with that, thank you guys.
Thank you, everybody.
We really appreciate it.
We love you. Thanks for playing along.
And then tomorrow, Katie, check her out over on her Facebook group. She's doing a review of 10 Things I Hate About You in her Facebook group, Popping the Popcorn.
Can't wait.
That's going to be a blast.
Yeah.
So you're going to drop some Shakespearean knowledge on that, I think.
It's awesome.
So
it's awesome.
Guys, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night.
Happy Cinco de Mayo. Darlene, thank you.
Can't wait to try your jelly.
Oh, yeah.
Jams,
absolutely.
all the things.
Absolutely. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Bye. If I hit the end, we can get some